So let us have a look at the pre-knowledge, what you've acquired in your previous grades before that we can use now as we do this rounding. The pre-knowledge that we are having is working with decimals. I hope you all worked with decimals in your lower grades. You were all able to determine the place value from a given number. And also you were able to do the estimation. Remember, the estimation is the rough calculation of a value. So let us just do a little bit of practice just to recap on what you did in the lower grades. The first example, determine the place value of the following. Number 1, 4 in 14. So what we need to determine is the place value of 4 in the number 14. So what is key is for you to be able to identify 14 as a number with 2 digits. Then let us have a look. What is it that you need to do for you to determine this place value? We are saying you should be able to write the place value of each digit. So in this number 14, the first digit is 1, which is a tenth. The second one is 4, which is a unit. So because the question was to determine 4 in the number 14, therefore we say 4 is a unit. So our answer will then be a unit. So this is possible if you are writing the digits and then you determine the place values of all the digits in your number. Let us have a look at the second example. In our second example, we need to determine the place value of 7 in the number 10,753. So you need to identify the digits in this number. We have 5 digits in this number. So as we have 5 digits in this number, then we need to determine the place value of each digit of this number. So here's the worked out table with place values just to guide you. We say then 1 is a 10,000. It's in the place value of 10,000. And then the place value for 0 is 1,000. The place value for 7 is 100. The place value for 5 is a tenth. And the place value for 3 is a unit. Therefore, the question was to determine the place value of 7 in the number 10,753. Therefore, we say the place value will then be 100. Then let us have a look at the last example. Our last example, therefore, will be 6 in 12,764. Now we have a different number. It's a number with decimals. So let us have a look at how we work out decimals. Okay, when you have decimals, basically, we're still looking at the digits. The digits that we have in this number are 5. So since we have 5 digits once more, we are going to complete the table just to write the digits that we are having. So firstly, we will have a look at the whole number. The whole number that we are having is 12. So in 12, we are having the digit 1 and 2. And 1 is a tenth and 2 is a unit. Then we have a look at the decimal values that we are having. In the decimal values that we are having 0,764. So after a comma, then we have 764. Then we say the decimal that we are having, we have 7, 6, and 4. Then the first value after a comma, it's a first decimal value, which is a 7. The second value, which is 6, it's a second decimal value. And the third value, which is a 4, it's a third decimal value. So remember, the question was to determine the place value for 6 in the number 12,764. So now you can see that 6 is occupying the second decimal value. So this is so key when we are going to do the rounding later on. Okay, now let us also look at the second example. To determine the estimated values of the following, the first question is 1,34 by 5,4. I hope you have your calculators with you, and then you are calculating with me as well. Let us calculate together now. We multiply 1,34 by 5,4. I hope you have your answer now. The answer that we are having is 7,236. So now, I go back to the question of estimation. What is estimation? Estimation is finding an approximate value by either adjusting upwards or adjusting downwards. So now, looking at this value, when we estimate if this value is less than 5, we are going to eliminate the whole decimal. Therefore, we say this is approximately 7. Let us have a look at the second example, which is the last example. Of course, we are having 6,82 by 2,9. Let us get the answer together. Press your calculators as well. I'm having 6,82, multiply this by 2,9. The answer that I'm getting, therefore, is 19,778. Therefore, we say because 7 after the comma, the first value after the decimal is greater than 4. From 5 upwards, then we adjust upwards. By adjusting upwards, when we do the rough estimation, we mean that we add 1 to this whole number. Therefore, our whole number is going to be approximately 20. This is the rough work.